Hey everybody. I hope I'm in frame here. It's Dr. Matt here at the Healthy Family Chiropractic. I came into the office early. I was just checking on some emails and I got a couple really good questions from people out there on the internet, and it all had to do with stress, and it seems to I got a few messages about this. So a lot of the questions had to do with how do you reduce stress in your life or the effects of stress. And I think that's a great question because if you can do that one thing, you would see massive improvements. So are you stressed out? Because if you are, then these top three things that I'm going to share with you are going to be huge. So the first one here is holy basil. So holy basil, I got an example here. Holy basil is this one is an essential oil. So I use this at home, at the office here. I put a couple drops, or like 5 drops, in a diffuser, and the diffuser spreads the smell, and right away you start to get a sense of calm. So this is known as an adaptogen. So this is used in Asia a lot, and this has been around for like 3,000 years. So this is not something that's new, but it is new to North Americans. So it is an adaptogen, which means it has anti-stress properties, which is great. So it literally binds to things like cortisol, and it stops it from having its damaging effects on the body. It also does really good with acne. So they found that a lot of people with acne can use this. They can spread it on their face. You make an ointment, and there's a lot of things online on how to do that. It protects against diabetes. Like, that's pretty cool. So again, with diabetes and the stress that puts on your body, this will kind of gets in that way. Other things like helps fight cancer, balances out hormones, things like that. So holy basil, really, really good to get. And you want to find a really good, clean one, organic, one that is pure, just a pure one. So and one that you can eat. So if you can ingest it. So that's a really good quality one. The other thing that we're going to talk about today is something that I use also. It's called ashwagandha. So here it is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but ashwagandha. And this is a really great, it's a herb. And again, it comes from Asia. They call it the smell of, I wrote it down here, the smell of a horse. Because it mimics, or at least it gives you the vigor and strength of a horse. So this herb, when ingested inside the body, so I use it twice a day, one in the morning with food and one at night with food. And there's no smell or anything like that, but it's really good to help you with dealing with stress again, fatigue, lack of energy, and I also wrote it down, difficulty in concentrating. I thought that's a pretty cool one too. So if you're doing something like a ketogenic diet, or you're doing anything like that, this is something that you can add to your diet pretty simply without having any other effects, and you're going to start to notice that stress, the effects of stress on your body are reduced. So that's a really important distinction to make. I mean, if you have a lot of stress going on around you, first you need to obviously try and control that. The cause of your stress in your life is huge. So family, money. I mean, there's a ton of stuff out there that people are dealing with these days. I think they said in one day today, by our standards, we have more stress than we did 1 month 100 years ago. So, but your physiology, your body hasn't changed. So you do need to do whatever you can to ensure that you are experiencing less stress, because cortisol in your body breaks down your DNA. It makes you age faster. It breaks down brain tissue. This is one of the worst chemicals that you're naturally produced when you're stressed. And so you want to protect these things. And the ashwagandha, so by the way, it's ashwagandha, ashwagandha. When you take that, it also protects your immune system and the effects of stress that it has on that. So, we all know if you're more stressed, you're most likely to get more colds. So again, that stress and cortisol and all those things lowers your body's ability to fight off infections and whatnot. And the last one that I want to talk to you about is the reason why people come to the office, and it has to do with this thing, the spine. And what people, again, are really fail to realize is that the spine protects your nervous system, right? How your brain sends that information down. So if you're out of alignment, you got these things called subluxation that get in the way of how your body's communicating. You got stiff neck, muscles are tight. You got an internal stress that also blocks now the actual signals from your brain. And again, we know this from research that when you have a subluxation, those misalignments in your spine, before you even get the pain or the tightness in the muscles or the lack of range of motion or the shooting pains and things like that, the first thing that occurs is it adds stress to your nervous system, and a stressed out nervous system is a nervous system that cannot function, heal, and repair optimally. So again, with research, they found that when somebody gets adjusted, this blocks those negative pathways in the body. It blocks things like cortisol and allows for anti-stress properties, your rest and digest system, the parasympathetic nervous system to take into effect, which increases your healing, increases your repair, and increases function in your body. So how well your muscles and your joints, your heart, your liver, your brain, how these things work are actually increased, and those are the benefits. So if you ever have questions about this, please write a question down below. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm sorry again, I am on my way to the gym, so I'm not all decked out or anything like that. But I did want to talk to you about this today. And if you have any other questions, again, we are here for you. Our mission is to set people free so they can live the life that they were designed to live. And if you're dealing with stress, if you got a stressed out nervous system, the reality is we know you can't do that. Until next time, have a great day. I'm Dr. Matt. We'll talk to you later. Bye.